Interesting story. To help us discuss this and make sense of what's going on, we're joined by Professor Yomi Fawehimi to, talk about this. Jamb took 2 months to make a statement on the result of an examination conducted that received a lot of media and public attention. Now it says it will prosecute Ms. Ejikeme. What's your first reaction to this? Thank you for giving us your time, by the way.
Thank you very much. Thanks for inviting me. It's been an interesting, though very unfortunate situation that has happened from the weekend till now. Let me start by saying that examination malpractice is totally unacceptable, and anybody who is involved should be punished and brought to book. That is what is expected in the society. We must ensure that we instill discipline and correct behaviors that is not expected. And in doing so, it is expected that we are guided by rules. Nigeria is a country of rule of law. This country is not a country where the rule of man prevails. Things has to be done well. In this particular case of Mmesoma, and let me first also identify with this young lady who openly told Nigerians that she's traumatized. I'm surprised that nobody, we have a special advisor to the president on health, has heard a 16-year-old girl openly say, I am traumatized, and there has not been any response from the government. The responsibility of the Nigerian state to the Nigerian child expects this child to be protected from trauma and the effect of trauma. She used those words specifically, and we should take that very seriously. In a country where a 16-year-old girl has to defend herself and say she's traumatized, at this point, the government will need to step up. But going back to the fact that this country is based on laws and principles, there are 3 cardinal principles that should guide this conversation and should guide the response to this issue. The first thing is justice. Has this lady done something wrong? If she has, then justice means she should be punished. Has this lady been falsely accused by Jamb? As she claims, if that's the case, then Jamb should suffer some repercussions. The late Justice Oputa, in one of the most celebrated cases of Josiah versus State, said, when there is any incident like this, there are 3 people that should get justice. 1, the person who is making the accusation, or the person that brought the case to court, in this case, Jamb. The second person that should get justice is the person being accused, in this case, this young girl. And the third person is society. So for Jamb to tell us they want to get justice for themselves or for society, they have to abide by the rules of society. And that brings me to the second point, which is that there is an expectation of procedural fairness in anything you want to do in a judicial system or in any decision you want to make. What is judicial fairness? Procedural fairness is ensuring that the process you are using to review a case, to respond to a situation, is fair. In this case, on Sunday, Jamb came out, accused this girl. On Sunday, Jamb mentioned her name. On Sunday, Jamb said they have done their investigation. On Sunday, Jamb said she will be prosecuted. On Sunday, Jamb said they would withdraw a result. So Jamb is accuser. Jamb is also taking disciplinary action. And Jamb is also taking her for prosecution.
Okay, so let me interject here quickly, not to lose your train of thought.
Okay.
She's 16 years old. Is it legal for a body to be suing a 16-year-old? Let's clarify that first before we move further.
So thanks for helping me. That's my third point, third principle that I think should be respected here. This girl is 16 years old. By Nigerian Child Rights Act, she's a child. Therefore, there are clear rules in the Child Rights Act about dealing with children. One of the most critical in the Child Rights Act is that any decision an adult should take about a child should be taken in the best interest of that child. Did Jamb take the best interest of this child? Secondly, if a child commits an offense, and this is based on the rights of the child as described by UNESCO, so this is not just Nigeria alone. If a child is involved in an offense, that child is not a criminal. That child is not called a criminal in court. That child is taken to juvenile court and actually called a victim because he's a child. Now, the third part, which is also very important, is that every Nigerian child and every child of the world, based on the rights of the child, is entitled to the dignity of a person and the protection of our reputation. It was wrong for Jamb to have released the name of this girl on Sunday. It was wrong for the media organization because many media organizations on Sunday and Monday went on Twitter, went on Facebook, went to look for this girl's picture and posted the picture. When I say it was wrong, I'm not saying it is morally wrong alone. I'm saying it's a crime that those media houses that pasted their pictures are based on an accusation and did not protect these ladies. All those media houses, including Jamb, has done what is called media trial. Please note, Jamb claimed an offense was committed. If an offense was committed, why did Jamb go to the media first, not to the court? That is what is called media trial. Unfortunately, the media connived with Jamb. So the other question we need to ask ourselves is, Jamb did not even honor the media enough to do a press conference. Jamb did a press release on a weekend. Why was Jamb quick to do a press release on the weekend? And why did Jamb not do a press conference that the media will have had an opportunity to ask questions?
There are so many questions to ask with this particular incident, but staying with Jamb's actions, in many instances, I'm taking a direct quote from their statement, some of these candidates had actually obtained far lower scores than they are claiming and had used some funny software packages to manipulate their results. End of quote. My question would be, for a body considering allowing mobile phones during examination, but can't seem to manage its current tech issues, how worried are you about the future integrity of the exams that they conduct? Because we've had some people say that they got admission with questionable results.
Interesting, Felicity, and a great question from you. But let us remember, Jamb said many candidates have done it, but Jamb mentioned one candidate. It's very important for us to realize the procedural fairness in that Jamb agreed that many candidates have done this thing, but mentioned one candidate. Why that candidate? Now, somebody can argue it's because she claims she has the highest mark, but Jamb just claimed 500, 700, 800 people committed the offense. We don't know the number. Well, why did you pick on this girl? Why? Now, am I concerned about the integrity of Jamb exams? Jamb has done a great job in improving his exam quality over the years, and we must give it to them. But one of the problems and one of the issues about Jamb is that there is this self-righteousness that that organization has taken upon itself, where any infraction, Jamb has not shown itself to be a very good self-reflective organization. Now, when Jamb identifies a problem, they are willing to accept the problem they identify. But when an outsider tells Jamb you have done something wrong, Jamb will defend itself. Now, that is what has happened over the years. And that is what has also happened. Remember, this same Jamb exam, a couple of months back, Jamb came openly to apologize to Nigerians because of what happened on day one of the exam. But it was because Jamb was the one that discovered it has made a mistake. One of the problems of Jamb is we have created a hollow round Jamb, that Jamb has become an organization that you can't get to make them do the right thing. So do I believe the exams have integrity? Yes, I believe. Do I believe that they're going further and doing a great job? Yes, I believe so. But that organization needs to become willing to take feedback.
I think that's a good place to leave it. I wish we had more time. We would explore this conversation further. Thank you very much, Professor, for speaking with us.
Thank you.